Well, I have the pleasure to talk to you all today, and I'm really excited. Every day of my life, I dream. What's the difference between a dream and a fantasy is nothing more than a plan. Are you thinking about where you want to go? Or are you caught up in the moment, forgetting that there's a tomorrow? My story is simple. I'm born and raised in Chicago. I had the pleasure of traveling the world because of this game called basketball. But my life wasn't always that case. I tell my sons every day that if you're willing to work hard, you will beat people who have talent, because if people only rely on your talents, you miss and you don't live up to your potential. Everyone in this room, when you close your eyes every night, when you lay in your bed, you should be able to say, I gave 100% of my effort. And if you didn't give 100% of your effort, you cheated your dream, and more importantly, you cheated yourselves. Because growing up in my household, my grandmother always said, you're going to college. She never correlated college with a career. She just, in my mind, she said, you have to go to college. Because of that, I now have a business which is focused on that. I have the pleasure of traveling to over 120 colleges a year. I have the pleasure of speaking at over 50 high schools a year. I travel into Connecticut. I'm blessed to be here with you all today. But my passion and my purpose is all aligned with how do I make sure you learn what I didn't know at your age. Many of you are already light years ahead of where I was, and that's amazing. I find people who are doing what they want to do because I believe if you hang around 9 successful people, you'll be the 10th. Because birds of a feather, what? Flock together. So therefore, you surround yourself around people who are going in the same direction, because now you begin to create momentum. You can't knock an iceberg down with one hit. You have to chip away at it slowly and constantly build up persistence. You have to understand how to overcome failure. You got to be willing to sacrifice what you say for what you want. And you got to be willing to create good habits. And that first good habit is hard work. Because everyone says they want something, but what separates you from everybody else is your work ethic. You got to have character and integrity, but you got to have a work ethic and be willing to put in the time. And then with that dedication, you begin seeing doors open up for you. It doesn't matter where you all come from. And I know many of you in this room has a million stories. Many of you come from backgrounds and things that are going on that none of your peers even know that you're going through. But my motivation for me to overcome my situation and or environment was my dream. As I shared with you my freshman year, my dream was very limited because it was seen through the eyes of what I saw someone else being successful in. It wasn't based upon what I say I wanted. Once I found out that I could be successful in basketball, I began pursuing it relentlessly. And once I got that understanding, and the confidence began to build up, as I had my coach sit down with me and I'm getting scholarship offers and letters, and I'm just amazed because in my mind, I never saw that happening. Because from where I'm from, you're not supposed to get that type of stuff. From my background, statistics say I'm not supposed to be where I am. But I'm a big believer that statistics are meant to be broken. Every one of you in this room, your statistics are supposed to be hurdles and or stepping stones for you to get ultimately to where you go, not roadblocks. You make your own future by creating mentors, by aligning yourself with the right people, by positioning yourself to be successful and beginning to do the research. So when my coach tells me I need you in the weight room, when my coach tells me I need you doing extra work, when my teacher tells me I need you to study more because you need to bring your GPA up. Because every little edge in which I get positions me for the person who didn't put the work in. Every one of you in this room, you gotta put the work in, you gotta be willing to grind. You gotta be willing to go after everything that you say you want, because when you go after it, you separate yourself from the people who are only fantasizing about what they say they want. For me, the acronym of DREAMS means dreams. The D represents dreams. R represents rules. E represents everything. A represents around. And the M represents me. Dreams rule everything around me. I don't have time for fantasies, and neither do you.